It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. It's another wet morning as we wake up from yesterday and all the rain that we've had. A lot of rain, that's for sure. Weather is a big story, so we'll start with that.
Yeah, flooding is really the issue this morning. Watch out if you're driving around. So much rainfall over the last several days. So far this month, Springfield has had over 14 inches, which again is in record territory in April 2025. So this month alone, that puts us at the wettest April on record with 14 inches of rain, surpassing the previous record in 1945. 1945. That's crazy. At that point, it was 12.15 inches. So we just topped it.
Yeah. But
it's officially May. It's officially May. Also, I guess you saw this. The National Weather Service did confirm 2 weak tornadoes on Tuesday. Did a ton of damage, though, honestly, in Lawrence County near Aurora and EF1 in Nixa and EF0 that had touched briefly. So still lots going on in the weather department. Make sure that you stay tuned for Wake Up Weather with meteorologist Abby Dyer. She'll keep you posted on all of the happenings. Meanwhile, Convoy of Hope teams have been out and about clearing trees from roads and yards all over Springfield. A lot of volunteers out at Camp Barnabas as well. That's in Purdy, which is Lawrence County, which is sort of near Aurora, Monette area. They got hit really hard at Camp Barnabas. So lots of people out there cleaning up damage. In fact, they were saying put out the all call for volunteers, come help, because they have to rebuild some things to get ready for their big camp that happens every summer for children who have disabilities. It's an amazing place. So if you're bored today, there you go. Head out to Camp Barnabas. Dickerson Park Zoo, they had lots of damage, power out. So they are cleaning up as well. I know that the West Plains linemen were in Springfield helping city utilities get everybody back online. I thought this was interesting. At the height of the storm, there were 50,000 people without. They were making great progress very quickly. But did you know that it was the highest power outage that we've had in Springfield since the ice storm of 2007?
That's crazy. Because we remember that. That was a big deal. We were sleeping at KY3 because in our neighborhood, we were without power for 11 days.
Yeah.
Which was nuts. It was cold, and man, that ice storm was something else. I wouldn't have guessed that this was the second highest power outage total since then, but I guess this is the strongest storm that we've had move through our area.
Right, specifically in town.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of the ice storm, this is interesting because I know you'll remember putting the food on the back porch because it was freezing outside. So you remember that?
Right.
Well, the problem is right now, the people who are still without power can't do that. Not just in Springfield. I'm talking about across the Ozarks because it's not cold enough. So that means lots of spoiled food. The Ozarks Food Harvest is stepping in to help with that. They say anyone who is struggling after having to throw out everything in the refrigerator or freezer, you are asked to find the food pantry that is closest to you. Because, of course, Ozarks Food Harvest supplies a lot of food pantries. They actually cover 28 counties. So there is one, I'm sure, in your neck of the woods. Find where that is and let them know that you're struggling. And there were 7 local Dollar General stores that donated 13,000 pounds of refrigerated and frozen foods to help with this very unexpected demand.
Wow, that's great. Well done. Dollar General, is that what you said?
Yeah. 7
super
of them,
cool.
7 different ones.
Man, that's
so
great.
that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, good on them. And good on Ozarks Food Harvest for doing that.
Organizing it. Yeah, somebody's got to organize it.
Yeah, it's great. It's as I was out with Convoy of Hope teams as they had chainsaw teams north of the zoo over the last couple of days, actually. Out getting trees out of driveways and off cars and just clearing the way for people. And it was refreshing and heartwarming. It's the same type of thing I get to see in every disaster that we go to. It's that neighbor wants to help neighbor. Neighbors out there. We had a lot of people that we just came across cutting down trees for neighbors, getting them out of the roads, doing all that sort of thing on their own without being told to, without the authorities coming in to do it. So it's always neat to see that following a disaster, how people just want to help. And there are lots of opportunities following this one to help out. That's for sure. Springfield Cardinals are helping out. They're trying to raise spirits for people who've been struggling after the storm. So if you don't have power, you are invited to the Springfield Cardinals game this evening for free. They're playing Northwest Arkansas. It starts at 6:35. Again, if you don't have power, they did this last night too, which is super cool. There's no catch. Fans just simply need to take your ID with the address affected by the power outage. Show them that. Take it over to Hammonds Field, the ticket office, sometime today, and you'll receive a free ticket to the game, which is cool to see the Cardinals doing that. Give people a chance to get out of the house and enjoy some entertainment because their TV's not working. Or what.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, heads up on the roads. It's construction season. Road projects are happening all over the Ozarks, from interstate widening to pothole filling. It's still going on. And now plenty of road work is being done to clean up where the rain and the flooding has damaged roads all over the Ozarks. That flash flooding caused a lot of problems on roads. So this is a Work Zone Awareness Week, intended to keep road crews safe while they're out working. That's an important thing to keep in mind. 23 people lost their lives inside work zones across the state last year. So they're trying to keep it at the top of everybody's mind this year to prevent that from happening again.
Right. Springfield police say cryptocurrency scams are picking up. Officers took 53 calls last year for cryptocurrency scams. The losses from those scams totaled $1.2 million. They also say don't suffer in silence. Sometimes people don't want to report it because they feel like an idiot for getting scammed. But to be honest with you, they are super high tech these days, and a lot of people can be scammed. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It can happen. So if that's you, make sure you give the Springfield Police Department a call and report it. They say specifically watch out for promises of guaranteed returns or high returns. Also, those urgent texts that say like, act fast, you got to do this now. Right. And then any unsolicited messages from unknown contacts, like we told you recently about the toll gate, the toll road, that was a scam because those bills come in the mail, not via text message. And then impersonation, I guess you'd call it, of any kind of government agency. Just beware, because your cell phone number is everywhere. And so they can reach you quickly, and it might seem legit, but watch out. Don't ever give out money, credit card, personal checking information over the phone or text message.
It's funny. I was with somebody the other day. We were talking, and he got a text message that was that toll scam. And he said, "What's this? It's a toll." And I said, "That's a scam. Don't you watch Around the Ozarks? I've already told you this." And he apologized because he hadn't seen that episode. But I gave it to him in person. I said, it's a scam. Block that number, report the scam, and get on with your day. So I saved him. He should have bought me lunch because I saved him quite a bit of money if he was fixing to ship out. The Springfield School District says it will have about $48 million in bond money that it still hasn't spent and will spend. It plans to construct a new Bingham Elementary School and then renovate and expand the existing Bissett Elementary School. That should all be done with 2023 bond issue money. Both projects will also include storm shelters. That's a timely thing to be thinking about, isn't it? Right? Mm-hmm. A lot of kids across the Ozarks were in storm shelters earlier this week.
Yes.
Bingham and Bissett elementary schools both identified as having pressing needs for upgrades to facilities there. So it looks like now they will get them.
Yep. Okay. Don't forget that if you go to aroundtheozarks.com, there are a host of contests going on right now. One of them has to do with Mother's Day, which is upcoming, and then lots of weekend events happening. We have a fantastic events calendar. It's all at your fingertips right now at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay dry, and watch out for flooding on the roads.
Have a great day.
See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday. Thanks for joining me on this May 1st here at Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. We are waking up once again to a rain chance in the Ozarks, but I have some good news to deliver to you. I know it's still a mess around town, and we still have saturated ground. There's more rain in the forecast today, but the heavy rain and the flooding rains, I think, are a thing of the past. We're going to be able to let this flood watch expire early this morning for most in the Ozarks. Not to say there's not still going to be some problem areas around. I still want you to be on alert for some flooded areas, and additional rain could certainly not make that situation better in a lot of places. But I think for the most part, we see the rain chances slow down today. A lot of the day is going to be dry, and we will see some dry time in the forecast today. So that is a nice change of pace for us. Just scattered rain is what we're seeing this morning on the radar, and all of it light in nature. Can't completely rule out a rumble of thunder today, but no severe weather. So that is a welcome change after some of the severe weather that we saw just yesterday in the eastern Ozarks as well as down south. Flooding issues, they'll linger today, but the heavy rain is out of here. So it's an improvement in our forecast. The severe weather, the heavy rain, all of that shifting to the southeast as the cold front pushes to the southeast as well. Today, our winds won't be too strong, but I think we could see a gust maybe near 20 miles an hour. I've primarily got winds out of the south and the west today, and additional chances for some isolated showers and thunderstorms are certainly possible, I think, after 5 p.m. again today. We'll have some kind of scattered in nature rain around this morning, a lot of dry time through midday, through the evening drive, and then we'll see another chance for rain late tonight into early Friday. There is this isolated rain chance on Friday, so we're not quite done with this active pattern, but I think Friday is the last push of rain. There's a little wave of energy that's going to be moving out of the area, and what we hope is that it can really be a substantial one. We want it to clear on out of here just in time for the weekend. If it does, the weekend looks quite nice. If it lingers or if it's not too strong, well, it looks like we could have just some scattered rain in the forecast on Friday, and then maybe hold on to a few hours on Saturday. However, the weekend, in large part, is looking dry. We need that. We need the dry time. We need to cut the grass. We need to pick up all the branches that are still all over the place. And of course, if you had more significant damage, well, the repairs can begin once some nicer weather gets around here. Today, I'm thinking that high temperatures will warm to the mid-70s. We're starting this morning in the 60s, so not a whole lot of change through the course of the afternoon. We will be cooler overnight tonight. We'll fall back into the mid-50s, and I have a couple nice cool mornings here with lows in the 40s on Saturday morning. We'll see high temperatures in the upper 60s on Saturday, near 70 degrees again by Sunday. Around the country, what's happening? Well, it's episodes of heavy rain and flooding through much of the south central United States. Showers and severe storms are also expected to shift east today into the middle Mississippi Valley, Ohio, and Tennessee valleys as well. Potential for strong storms also exists on Friday, mainly for the south central plains. I don't think we have strong storms in the Ozarks, but as I mentioned, we could have a batch of rain ourselves, which will aid in that flooding threat as we head through the end of the week as well. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. And it's not a fun question to ask, but it might be interesting. You may have heard of this event. Which U.S. city experienced the deadliest flash flood in history, killing over 2,200 people in just hours? Where do you think that happened? Do you think it was in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, Moore, Oklahoma, Mobile, Alabama, or D, Houston, Texas? Well, all of these places have certainly seen flash flooding and have made headlines over the years, but where is the deadliest flash flood in history? Well, it's in A, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. The worst flood in terms of casualties for the United States. It was in 1889. The South Fork Dam broke, causing the massive Johnstown flood of 1889. It took 2,209 lives. Unbelievable casualties there. And of course, we are thankful that that has not happened again. So that one, not actually from heavy rain, but actually from a dam breaking. So heavy rain leading up to the event, and it was so heavy that it broke the dam in the area. Here's the question that I'll leave with you for tomorrow. What gas is the most commonly used to fill weather balloons, enabling them to rise up into the atmosphere? What do you think that is? Do you think it's A, helium, B, hydrogen, C, oxygen, or D, neon? Let me know your guess. You can do that at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks for tuning in on this Thursday morning. Bring the rain gear with you again. Hopefully through the day, though, we get a whole lot of dry time. I see a high temperature near 75 degrees. Enjoy the day. I'll be back to chat with you on Friday morning.